feels overwhelming, and it's about time fishermen are honored.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Social Services Department focusing on addressing urgent matters. Also, Transportation Minister taking action to enhance the sector. And the Minister of Works contributes to the Local Government Bill 2024.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Columbus Houses for Boys and Girls has been prepared, refurbished, and we are in the process of hiring staff.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping the news tonight, the Minister of Social Services working to address a number of outstanding issues on Grand Bahama. Among these issues are the reopening of 2 vital units. Jolanda Thompson-Everest has tonight's top story.
Despite the high demand, the Department of Social Services is doing its best to address the needs of Grand Bahamians. Officials recently speaking to several outstanding issues, including PACE, a school for pregnant teenage girls, uniform assistance, and challenges at the Grand Bahama Children's Home. The Minister of Social Services, Broadcasting and Information, the Honorable Miles Larota, providing an important update on the PACE Center for Girls program. This program offers homeschooling for pregnant teenage girls and a nursery after delivery. The center was destroyed due to the passing of Hurricane Dorian in 2019 and remained closed ever since.
The Minister for Grand Bahama has been an advocate for us to have that sorted out. There are some legal issues that we needed sorting out that we are working with, and hopefully in the not too distant future that matter will be resolved.
Columbus House for Boys and Girls is another facility that has yet to reopen after being destroyed by Dorian. The facility serves as a housing center for the Department of Social Services, providing care for boys and girls ages 13 to 18 who have been removed from abusive homes, as well as those who have experienced abandonment or neglect. Assistant Director of Social Services Jody Burrows says that they are aiming for reopening by the end of 2024 or early next year.
Columbus Houses for Boys and Girls has been prepared, refurbished, and we are in the process of hiring staff to outfit the facility so that we are able to accommodate those children.
Meanwhile, the Grand Bahama Children's Home has been at a maximum capacity, particularly with the closure of Columbus House. But many residents say that part of the problem is the adoption and fostering process. Many have criticized the process as difficult, particularly for those wanting to offer a child a loving, stable home.
The courts are involved, of course, and we have to have children in care, placed in care for a certain period of time. We have to have the families involved, and we must give them a fair and fighting chance of regaining custody of their children. And when all else fails, then perhaps the children will become adoptable.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
In other news, the Local Government Bill 2024 debate taking place in the House of Assembly today, aiming to strengthen collaboration between central and local government agencies to build stronger communities. The Minister for Grand Bahama highlighting the significance of the bill, emphasizing how it would enhance the ministry's ability to address critical issues and empower local governing bodies to work more effectively with central government.
As we seek to move forward and to make this bill work for the people in our communities, Madam Speaker, we have to first learn to work together.
It's a legislation intended to reshape and revitalize the framework of local governments on family islands, now debated in Parliament. The Local Government Bill 2024 will give local governments and district councils more autonomy than the current structure. The Minister for Grand Bahama calling on local governing bodies to work closely with central government to improve the lives of Grand Bahamians, citing cases where local government has fallen short.
We can't have some playgrounds going untouched while others are maintained, or become obstructionists in some instances to Wi-Fi in the parks when this is a central government initiative.
While debating the bill, the minister pointed out examples of neglect, such as poorly maintained parks. The Honorable Ginger Moxie says the bill clearly defines roles for districts and councils and expressed hope for improved transparency.
And it is hoped that in moving forward, funds are used for what it is intended to be used, as specified in the bill. Again, it is hoped that funds are used for what it is intended to be used for, as set out in the bill, with checks and balances.
In response, the leader of the opposition, the Honorable Michael Pintard, acknowledged the minister's concerns, but argued that local governments have made efforts to collaborate with central authorities.
The local government, which we thought was incredible, they put in place a location where the various agencies that are working for disaster preparedness and mitigation and adaptation in the aftermath of climatic events, that they can operate.
The Freeport City Council represents the city of Freeport, not the island of Grand Bahama. Anything to do with disaster relations falls under the remit of the Disaster Risk Management Authority for the whole island. So how could the city of Freeport operate an EOC? So this EOC was not approved by or sanctioned by the Disaster Risk Management Authority.
In her closing remarks, the minister reiterated the importance of collaboration, calling for a unified approach to improving governance for the benefit of the people of Grand Bahama.
Because united we stand, and we must be united if we are serious about impacting our local communities.
While the Davis-led administration is continuing efforts to enhance the public transportation sector throughout the country, tonight the Minister of Transport shares plans to roll out a new initiative allowing tourists and public transportation users to rate their experience.
We wanted to be user-friendly. We wanted to really target our guests, our tourists, and others that use the taxis for them to be able to provide feedback and for us to be able to know how we can improve the sector.
The Rate My Ride app aims to boost customer satisfaction and provide valuable feedback for service providers. Minister of Transport, the Honorable JoBeth Colby Davis, highlighting the importance of the initiative, emphasizing its role in improving the quality of transportation services.
First, we were able to bring our code of conduct into place, right? And so just for us to put in writing what everyone already know, the act of the sector, how you're supposed to perform as a public service driver, but also for us to see how the system is working. Naturally, when you're not there, you're not always going to have your eyes and ears on the ground as they're onboarding guests, as they're dropping them off. And so the importance of the app is for us to get feedback from those who are in the sector, but also from those who are using the ride.
Currently, officials are exploring ways to simplify the app and make it more user-friendly. Minister Colby Davis notes that another significant advantage is the app's ability to give officials insight into how customers perceive fare rates and overall service quality.
Taxi drivers' pricing and the distances where they're going, if it's fairly priced, and for us to be able to provide the necessary improvements when the sector is giving us feedback, for us to also be able to compile their feedback with what we're seeing from the survey and bring the necessary changes as we grow and advance our economy.
While there is no set timeline for the app's launch, the minister hopes it will be implemented sometime next year.
We don't like to give timelines because sometimes you miss your timeline, but we want to give the best product, and we want it to actually give us the feedback we need to continuously bring improvements to the sector, and so that's what's important now.
Meanwhile, a major initiative hosted by the Grand Bahama Port Authority Business Development Department is expected to bring economic boosts to Grand Bahama. Shalia Roll has the details in this report.
In the United United States, the biggest shopping deals of the year comes during the Thanksgiving weekend. But as the Grand Bahama economy begins to revitalize with an increase in entrepreneurship, the Grand Bahama Port Authority is supporting local business owners with the annual Flash Friday sale. This initiative is expected to bring major economic impact to Grand Bahama with sales up to 70% from now until December 13th. LaShawn Dames, the manager of business development at the Grand Bahama Port Authority, shares how the promotion will boost the local economy.
It is to champion the efforts of the small business community throughout the city of Freeport and Grand Bahama. So this year is going to make 8 years. If you recall, we would have launched this event back in 2016 following the devastation of Hurricane Matthew with the intent of helping to kickstart the local economy and to get our residents buying local and shopping at home so that we could support the business community and rebuild the economy of Grand Bahama.
Flash Friday has become a cornerstone for shopping and entertainment experiences starting back in 2016 after Hurricane Matthew to encourage residents to shop local. The Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce President James Carey adds on that this event comes at the perfect time as there is an uptick in Bahamian entrepreneurs.
It's all about business. And one of the things that we have realized over the last 2 years is that small business has sustained the economy in Grand Bahama in a very, very substantial way. So this initiative comes about at a good time because we've had a lot of entrepreneurs rising up over the last couple of years, and a heck of a lot of them again this year.
Now, Alex Thompson, Public Relations Director for the Downtown Freeport Business Association, shares why it is important to support local businesses.
As a whole, locally, because of course it's buy local, shop at home, invest in this local economy, and support your brother and your sister that's making a difference in this community.
Well, the shopping fund kicks off on November 22nd, 2024 for Fashion Friday, November 29th for Tech and Foodie Friday, December 6th for Fix It Friday, and Flash into Savings Friday on December 13th. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
And still to come.
When we come back, UB North hosting Innovation Summit at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom. All this and sports when we return.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Island Dreams Productions presents The Affair, a thrilling show coming to the Regency Theater Saturday, November 23rd at 8 p.m. and Sunday, November 24th at 4 p.m. Get your tickets now, $40 in advance or $50 at the door. It's happy hour at Prop Club Beach in the Grand Lucayan. Join them every Friday and Saturday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for great food and drinks. Open Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and until midnight on Fridays and Saturdays. Don't miss out. Third Dimension is back and better than ever for all of your home improvement needs, from tools and plumbing to housewares and a brand new paint center. Stop by Third Dimension, call 352-6126 and get started on your next project today.
Do you or your business need to enhance your customer service? Well, take advantage of the Grand Bahama Port Authority's free customer service training session from November 27th through the 29th. Register online by Friday, November 22nd to secure your spot.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. we focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And welcome back. The University of the Bahamas' Ignite program showcasing some cutting-edge ideas and entrepreneurial spirits as it hosts its Innovation Summit at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom this past weekend. The event bringing together innovators, business leaders, and students to explore the future of technology, sustainability, and economic development in the Bahamas. Matthew Martinborough reports.
Assisting the upward trend of entrepreneurship in the Northern Bahamas, the University of the Bahamas Ignite program hosting their Innovation Summit at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom this past Saturday, under the theme, Breaking Boundaries Through Technology and Innovation. The event is a staple in the university's goal of fostering innovative ideas and driving digital advancements in micro, small, and medium enterprises. Executive Director of the Ignite program, Kentura Bob Higgs, hopes the event drives more intriguing investors and entrepreneurs to make a notable mark in the local economic climate.
Coming to our Innovation Summit, you may meet entrepreneurs who you may not have had the opportunity to meet just walking down the street, right? We bring together these professionals, these innovators, the creatives to change the mindset, especially in Grand Bahama, on the opportunities for entrepreneurship on this island and in the country.
Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, says the Ignite program has by far exceeded expectations with its barrier-breaking impact.
When I think of UB Ignite, I think of all of the possibilities that exist with the over $2 billion of investments that is happening right now, with the additional visitors that we will have as a result of it.
Mentors and enrolled pupils in the university's Ignite program has nothing short of high praises for its course as it continues to educate new and old proprietors in their respective fields.
I think that their program is an excellent program for anyone who wants to do business, is looking to start a business, who wants to improve themselves in business. It is an excellent program for them.
That's why I signed on, because I said this is an opportunity for me to give back, to pour in what I learned on my own or even through my profession as a business person and also in the working arena.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
And now it's time to ask GBPC.
How does Grand Bahama Power Company prepare for a hurricane?
That's a frequently asked question. So GBPC prepares for storm season beginning from the month of January to May, which is pre-storm season. This is the time that we take to review our playbooks and our procedures. These help us to determine what it is we should do and when we should do it. During the month of May, post into storm season, we then begin to monitor the weather forecast. This keeps us on our toes. We continue to watch the weather forecast and have frequent Charter Committee monthly meetings. This helps us to stay on task and also assess as conditions change. In the event we do incur a storm, we then conduct a lessons learned. Lessons learned help us to restore more safely and even quickly in the future.
And that's a look at stories making news. Jay, what's happening in sports?
Well, primary school basketball got underway this week, and also a major swim meet took place on the weekend at the YMCA.
All right, sports is coming up next, but first, a check on the local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause it's so beautiful.
Attention Freeport, get ready to fuel up faster with the Focal Smart Pass app. Say goodbye to long lines and hello to convenience at your fingertips. Pay at the pump and get back on the road in no time when you use the Focal Smart Pass app. Download the Focal Smart Pass app, fuel up faster at all Freeport Oil Company service stations. Download and fuel up faster today.
Get ready to flash into savings with the Grand Bahama Port Authority's Flash Friday series. Enjoy amazing deals, discounts, and surprises every Friday from November 22nd to December 13th. Shop local, save big, and even dash to win prizes. For more details, call 350-9000.
One of the biggest decisions you will make when remodeling a kitchen is the design choice for your kitchen cabinets. Whether you want your kitchen to look modern or traditional, the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets will make a sound choice. Stop into Conard Bahamas today and let them enhance your kitchen with the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets. At Conard Bahamas, they also carry an array of Calacatta quartz countertops. Conard Bahamas, Sandyport, Nassau, Freeport, Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Eleuthera.
Journey to a serene oasis. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Portobello's at the Grand Lacayan invites everyone to a Thanksgiving celebration. Enjoy Sunday brunch on November 24th or Thankful Thursday on November 28th with a buffet and live entertainment. For more details and reservations, call 373-1333.
Craving big Bahamian flavor? Get to Tropical Gyros, where you'll find juicy, boneless chicken that packs more meat, pound for pound. Filled with our Chef Culmer's loaded lineup, tender chicken, shrimp, salmon, lobster, grouper, and conch gyros, all topped with our signature tropical sauces. Gyros, bowls, salads, tri-jerk chicken, lemon chicken, lamb, or grilled veggies, dine in or take away. Visit us on West Settlers Way or call 602-7062. Tropical Gyros, Bahamian owned and packed with flavor. More meat in every bite.
Freeport, don't buy that ticket just yet. The biggest Black Friday event is about to come your way. November 28th, 29th, and 30th. Mark your calendars. Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center is bringing our 3 days of blackout right to your doorstep. Thousands of items from Amazon, Home Depot, and Walmart, all at their U.S. online listed prices, freight and duty paid. It's a shopping spree like you've never seen before. Don't believe us? Bring your phone and Google it. Join us at the large warehouse on West Settlers Way next to Thompson Trading. Don't miss out. Be there or be square.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. First in sports, the YMCA hosted its third annual Charlotte Python Invitational Swim Meet. Swimmers from Grand Bahama and New Providence competed for bragging rights and the Carifta Cut. A number of swim clubs locally saw their athletes put on some outstanding performances with some fast times in the pool.
Felt pretty comfortable. I think I could have pushed a little more, but there are other meets in the season, so I don't think I'm done with that time yet.
My 50 breast was amazing because I get a new PR.
I feel very proud, but I feel like, I could go a little more faster to try and beat Skylar to get a High Point trophy.
Executive Director of the YMCA, Karen Pender Johnson, says the swim meet is one to put the kids to the ultimate test.
And this meet is very special to us because we're honoring one of our former coaches who has since passed. She was very instrumental in the sport of swimming in the Bahamas. And we're just elated. This is our third year, and we hope to see many more years celebrating Charlotte Python.
Next in sports, scores from primary school basketball action. Walter Parker defeated Freeport Primary 4-0. Next, the Falcons of Tabernacle got the win against Wilbur Oughton 6-4. Sunland Stingers with the W versus BMES. The final score on that one was 4-0. Now over in the West, West End Primary got the win against Martintown 9-4. And West End came back again to win 14-0 versus Holmes Rock Primary. Games will continue through the week over at the YMCA. And finally in sports, the Bahamas Senior Men's National Basketball Team will have a new head coach in John Lucas III, an ex-NBA player and most recent assistant coach with the Phoenix Suns. Lucas will lead the team into the second window of America Cup qualifiers this week against Puerto Rico on Friday, November 22nd. Team Bahamas will play again on Monday, November 25th against Team USA. And that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
It's Football Sundays at Prop Club Beach in the Grand Lacayan. Catch all the action from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. with happy hour deals all day. Great food, cold drinks, and your favorite teams. Call 373-1333 for more info.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
J.S. Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Burn Ryland having a good old time.
Like a day-away trip, you can go to after many years of not having a regatta, we are expecting it to be a bash.
How have you been enjoying regatta? I had a wonderful time. Oh, it's a turtle.
We fell in love with the island and we fell in love with the people.
Join us on Friday, November 29th at 8:30 p.m. for the Northeast Regatta. Tune in right here on the ZNS Network.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
The news is brought to you by BTC. For the fastest speed internet, get BTC Fiber. Sign up for a fiber bundle and get a $500 Visa gift card. Visit a retail store to sign up today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, a heart-wrenching discovery in southwest New Providence. Also, the government says no to value-added tax. Tune in for the reasoning behind its hardline approach and what the business community has to say about it. And a full circle moment for a former local government member who today opened debate in Parliament on proposed legislation designed at revitalizing that body. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. When desperation leads to despair and distraught, our Altavis Munnings and cameraman Shane Gibson this hour on the scene of a gruesome discovery in southern New Providence. Altavis, what can you tell us?
Mukushla, we are right now located off Faith Avenue South, not too far from the Anatole Rogers Senior High School, where police are conducting their initial investigations into the discovery of the body of a young female child. Now, this scene is located not too far from the entrance of Bonefish Pond. There's quite a ways to get here. Not too long ago, the police was able to remove the body from this area right behind me. Joining me right now to provide initial details on the police's investigation is the Commissioner of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, Mr. Clayton Fernanda. And Commissioner Fernanda, you were very emotional when you spoke with reporters not too long ago about this about this investigation. Let's first start off with the initial details. What did your officers find here this evening?
Yes, earlier on Tuesday morning, there was a report of a missing young girl, child, at the age of 12. The parent went into the Carmichael Road station and reported her missing. The officers right away commenced investigation. Based on their investigation, they got intel and information which direct them into this general area. We had a number of officers, a lot of assets. We had 3 drones in the air, and we had 2 K9 units that checked the entire area, where they came up with a young female lying on her back, just in bushes just behind me, with a top on. There was no bottom, and there was a piece of cloth tied tightly around the neck. Based on the description, we believe that that is the person that was reported missing on Tuesday. That will be confirmed tomorrow during an identification. Bohemians, I want to say tonight that this is a time now that we have to come together as a country to fight this scourge with crime. I have communicated with the nation's leader, who is out of country on business, and he is confirming with us that we will leave no stones unturned. The person responsible should not be out here another hour. So we are encouraged, members of the public who live especially in this general area, with any information, to please reach out to us right away. We continue to say to people, members of the public, that if you see something, you hear something, say something. And we encouraging members of the public to please do just that. Do just that. We have some information, we have some intel, and we are following some significant lead at this time. When you start to mess with our little darlings, our little jewels, our pearls, then it's a different level. As I said earlier tonight, I take this one personally, and every Bahamian should do the same to try to bring some closure to this matter.
Commissioner, not only as the country's top cop, you're also a father, uncle, brother. Give some advice to parents on how they can keep their school children and children safe at all times.
I continue to listen to talk shows early morning, and no longer than this morning on my way to work, tuning in, there was a lady who called and said that 6:30 in the morning, they're seeing young children in the schoolyard, unattended. And we continue to say to parents, do not leave your young children unattended. It should be supervised, not at these schools, but wherever the young people go, you should know where they are at all times. At least to be with some responsible adult to ensure that they are safe. Look at this area, man. We believe that the person, the young girl lives in the rear here. And from the road to where this incident happened, it's about a half a mile. And the residence is another mile deep, pretty much in the forest.
So you believe, sir, that the person you're looking for knows the girl because she frequents this area?
I suspect, based on the information thus far, I believe that the perpetrator is known to the victim.
My final question, sir, you gave your team some instructions about this investigation. Could you let the nation know?
Absolutely. I have already identified a team, an operation team, along with the investigators, that they will move swiftly and leave no stones unturned throughout until we bring closure to this matter. And we will do just that with the guidance of the good Lord.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That was Commissioner Clayton Fernando of the Royal Bahamas Police Force providing us with some initial details on the discovery of a young female child that was found here off Faith Avenue South early this afternoon. As you heard from the Commissioner, he's leaving no stone unturned to ensure that this investigation receives positive results. I can also tell you, Makushla, that the parents of the young child were here. Of course, they were distraught and emotional. A group of persons who live in the area are at the entrance of this scene, wanting to know any details that they can hear from about this investigation. But this is a developing story we are continuing to follow. Reporting from Faith Avenue South, Mokashla, back to you.
Well, thanks, Altvies. A very troubling end, an unfortunate end to what police are convinced is the end to a missing persons report here in the capital, the gruesome discovery of a female child. Well, switching over to money matters this evening. The International Monetary Funds suggesting the government hike the rate of value-added tax back to 15% in order to meet its debt target of 50% of the gross domestic product by the year 2031. But the government says no, holding firm to its commitment to bring relief to Bahamians. Felicity Darville reports.
The report suggests increasing VAT to 15%, introducing personal income tax for those in the high earnings category, raising the rates paid on our water bills, collecting outstanding health care fees, implementing a 15% profit tax on large earning businesses, and eliminating the ceiling on property tax. Director of Communications in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latre Ramming, said the government strategy is robust enough to avoid raising VAT.
Currently on the table now, there are no new taxes, no additional increases on the backs of Bahamian people. Let me be very clear. From this government was elected, we have not implemented any tax, increased any tax on the backs of the Bahamian people. I know that there's a growing perception of this, and so I think it's important that we deal with this issue. Well, what we have done is for companies that are in the Bahamas and foreigners who are doing well economically in the Bahamas, we've asked them to pay their fair share.
The government did receive a nod of approval from the IMF. The report states that authorities have taken steps to increase transparency and effectiveness of domestic debt management operations. The IMF states that the Bahamian economy has staged a remarkable recovery following Hurricane Dorian and the COVID-19 pandemic. Activity and employment have recovered, and inflation has fallen back to below pre-pandemic levels. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Darville.
We can also tell you that back in May, the government introduced a green paper on this very issue to garner feedback from the public on how the introduction of other taxes would affect them. Here's what Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder, shared in the upper chamber this past Monday.
And that focus was to maintain and improve competitiveness by introducing a modest corporate income tax for all firms in the Bahamas. And the argument for this soft approach was that it maintained regional tax compliance. And that would have been 15% for all multinational enterprises, so we would honor the 15% for Pillar 2, and everybody else would pay a 10% corporate income tax. And that was the soft approach.
Senator Pinder says feedback from that green paper led the government to make the decision not to implement a corporate income tax or increase the VAT tax. at this time. Well, meantime, having reviewed the IMF's recent report, the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation has its own questions relating to the proposal to increase value-added tax and water cost here in the Bahamas. For instance, what's the rationale and to what percentage? What feasibility study was conducted to even determine that this is the best course of action? When is the proposed increase intended to be introduced? And is the recommendation for a phased approach or immediate implementation? The BCCEC reasons that the Bahamas already has a challenge with water quality, pressure, and consistent supply. Instead, the Confederation recommends streamlining government spending to control expenses, which it reasons would have the same or better effect on revenue as the proposed tax increase without an added burden to taxpayers and businesses. In other news tonight, while Haiti will certainly be a key talking point when CARICOM heads meet in Georgetown, Guyana on Friday, there seems to be said about the surge of crime in the region, the public health issue pulling the likes of leaders, policymakers, technocrats, specialists, and stakeholders who will turn out for the second regional symposium focused on sharing knowledge on successful preventative interventions for crime and violence in the Caribbean. It's expected that regional examples will be highlighted as potential programs to either replicate or scale up across the Caribbean. The Inter-American Development Bank recently cited that Latin America and the Caribbean social and economic development remains heavily burdened by crime and violence, limiting growth, driving inequality, and diverting public and private investment. Further, according to the IDB study, the cost of crime and prevention in 2022, security expenses by private businesses account for 47% of the total cost of crime, while state spending on crime prevention represented 31%, and the loss of human capital made up 22%. The Davis administration last month shifted into its clear, hold, and build approach to reducing crime in the country, and this in the face of the homicide count nearing 110, coupled with increasing cases of sexual assaults, armed robberies, and stolen vehicles. Coming up, gas wholesalers told no. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
At Commonwealth Bank, we offer affordable and flexible choices to get you back to financial fitness. Our personalized debt consolidation solution is built to fit any financial situation. One easy-to-handle monthly payment reduces your monthly expenses and gets you back on track to savings. Life is great when you're not weighed down by debt. Consolidate and live your best life with Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
KFC is giving you more to love with our KFC Bucket Meal with large size. Get the KFC Family Bucket featuring 8 pieces of juicy chicken, family fries, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4. A KFC Deluxe Bucket with 10 pieces of delicious chicken, 2 larger sides, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4 to 6. Or a KFC Party Bucket with 15 pieces of our chicken, 3 larger sides, and 6 biscuits that feeds 6. And we'll handle the dishes, plates, and utensils included, so you can lick your fingers and reach. KFC knows value, and it's finger licking good.
This Christmas, stay connected through all the family traditions. Holidaying is unwrapping gadgets, gigs, and gift cards. Sign up for a $64.99 or higher postpaid plan and get a free smartphone. 3 gigs of bonus data for 3 months and a chance to win a $100 gift card. We've got you covered with the ultimate postpaid deals. For more postpaid offers, visit us online at bdcbahamas.com.
Holiday season, the Ministry of Energy and Transport is bringing light back to Bahamian homes. Through our partnership with Bahamas Power and Light, we're offering the Merry and Bright Holiday Reconnection Program, so you can pay as little as 10% of your outstanding balance and get reconnected. Just in time for the holidays. Pay a little, light up a lot. The Ministry of Energy and Transport is committed to making sure no family is left in the dark this season.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
You're looking at a shot of the beautiful city of Nassau. Welcome back. House members spending a full day debating the local government bill, proposed legislation that's expected to repeal and replace what's on the books. Starting things off, Minister with responsibility for local government, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, who says the current Act of 1996 has failed to produce the intended results of empowering districts by giving them more autonomy, adding that over time, autonomy has been significantly reduced. Listen in as Minister Sweeting outlines the structure of the department to ensure efficiency and effectiveness.
Since 1996, the department has faced challenges which have arisen as a result of statutory functions not being clearly defined or being of subsequent changes to legislation. This, in some cases, would have re-centralized statutory responsibilities, ultimately causing some statutory boards to become barely functional. This bill looks to reinstate and in some cases expand specified statutory responsibilities, particularly with respect to building control, town planning, road traffic, hotel licensing, and port matters.
The opposition lending support to the bill. However, St. Anne's MP Adrian White's pushing for the bill to be passed before month's end or no later than December.
But the bill itself, Madam Speaker, speaks to an election date under the Act of the third Wednesday in June of 2027. So if we pass this bill today, Madam Speaker, if the Senate passes this bill after that, and the bill itself repeals and replaces the existing Local Government Act, that means that the next election is not going to be for years. The next election will not be until the third Wednesday of June of 2027. You won't be able to, from my reading of the bill, Madam Speaker, to have an election in December. You won't be able to have an election in January. You won't be able to have an election in June of 2025.
For clarification, persons throughout this country has advocated for fixed election dates. This is a first step towards that through this Local Government Act. Why it is in June of 2027 was because of COVID. Local government elections were postponed. So this is to bring it in and coincide with the fiscal budget year of central government.
All hopes dashed for local petroleum wholesalers looking to profit from a margin increase. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis outrightly dismissing that notion with the argument that his government is tackling structural issues relating to the cost of living. Those comments coming as Sir Franklin Wilson decrying that wholesalers had not seen an increase in over a decade. This, of course, in the face of retailers locking down a gas margin hike of 25 cents.
The issue with wholesalers has a different circumstance. We are looking at it. We're not looking at increasing. We're trying to find how we could decrease the costs of wholesaling in the Bahamas.
Well, every day, thousands of food items enter the Bahamas from around the world, and ensuring they're safe to eat is a monumental task. From inspecting imports to supporting local farmers, BAFSA says a vital role in protecting public health. But how do they tackle this responsibility? Our Diane Dorset has the story.
The import bill remains in the millions and is estimated to make up nearly 90% of the nation's supply. Ensuring the safety of what ends up on our plates has never been more critical. At the forefront of this effort is the Bahamas Agricultural Health and Food Safety Authority, BAFSA, the agency tasked with regulating and safeguarding the country's food systems. In a recent interview, BAFSA's Director of Food Safety and Quality, Dr. Patricia Johnson, emphasized the importance of hygienic practices at food businesses and ports of entry.
1 out of 10 people, according to the World Health Organization, will get ill from eating contaminated food.
Okay, so we want persons to really be vigilant in terms of washing their hands, washing the preparation environment, ensuring that their food business, the environment outside is just as clean as the environment inside.
In 2023, BAFSA officials conducted over 10,000 inspections at food imports, rejecting several shipments due to contamination concerns or improper storage. And while imports dominate the national food supply, locally produced items are also subject to strict regulations. Dr. Samadhi Giorgio, Director of Veterinary Services, explained how her team works closely with farmers and restaurants to ensure compliance with health and safety standards.
In order for you to bring in animals, there is something called a risk assessment that has to be done if we are not trade partners with that country. And we conduct that risk assessment, determine that there's no possibility for the disease to come into the country, and then we allow you to bring that in.
Foodborne illnesses remain a significant concern, with BAFSA identifying common culprits like improperly handled seafood and contaminated produce. Looking ahead, BAFSA plans to strengthen its regulatory framework by introducing electronic import permits. Importers will be able to request and receive permits electronically using Click to Clear. Director of Technology, Advancement and Development, Christopher Worrell, shared more on this new digital initiative.
Previously, it was a paper system, and we had a lot of slowness, and it wasn't really able to meet the needs of the Bahamian people. We've modernized, and we've been able to actually digitize that system. We can now cut down the turnaround time from about a week for some permits to now 24 to 48 hours.
As the Bahamas grapples with the challenges of a globalized food supply and an increasing need for self-sufficiency, BAFSA's role in securing the nation's plates remains essential. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorset.
When labor is not in vain, a heartfelt tribute to a dedicated healthcare worker who lost her life during the COVID-19 pandemic. Arawak Home's newest development in southern New Providence in honor of a late frontline worker. Arawak Home's newest developments, as we said, in honor of a frontline worker, Jacquet Johnson. Here's Franan Wilson, president of Arawak Homes.
We learned that notwithstanding the fact that at that time, or before a vaccine, Nurse Jacquet was there, which exemplifies the finest qualities of nursing: skill, empathy, and unyielding commitment. We learned that Nurse Jacquet Johnson served in the accident and emergency department for more than 20 years, touching the lives of countless patients and families.
Johnson's sister, Crystal Johnson, shared how special the day was for their family.
I don't know how the date was chosen, but somehow, things have lined up, and today is actually the 4th anniversary that we laid Jacquet to rest. So today, this is a beautiful memory for us to have on this what was a very sad date for us.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Over a decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long, yet the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
It's time to rumble in a courtyard brawl to recall. Don't miss live boxing this Friday, November 22nd, featuring 12 outstanding fighters: The Ripper, Officer KO, Chief, Showtime, Lil Thunder, She-Ra, Who will take the championship belt? Red team of Misha Major Payne or blue team of Tremaine Choo Choo Mackey? For details, call Best at 421-9783. Get 20, 40, and $50 tickets at Fusion Superplex box office. Then watch 6 courtyard brawls. Punches will fly. 7 p.m. this Friday.
In the Bahamas, island time is real. The history of Morris Lumber Company, established in 1945, is etched into the fabric of this proud island nation. It's a story that deserves to be celebrated in full color, and that's where we come in. Morris the Paint Place has been bringing color and vitality to homes and businesses across the Bahamas. Here, color is more than just a hue, it's a symbol of life. Together, we can paint a brighter future.
It's good to be alive this holiday season. Alive is partnering with Western Air to bring 4 lucky Bahamian students home for the holidays for free. If you're a student studying in Florida, all you have to do is share a creative video showing us why it's good to be home for the holidays with the hashtags.
It's good to be home and it's good to be alive.
And don't forget to check out our live social media pages and bealive.com to see if you're eligible.
It's good to be alive when things free.
And it's even better to be home for the holidays.
The 2024 Long Island Business Outlook.
As someone who was born and raised here, I am very, very excited for the new growth opportunities that are coming to the island. And hopefully, many of us who haven't been able to thus far can return home.
Find out about groundbreaking and current projects and how you will benefit. Connect with business leaders and influencers and move your business forward. Register now, tclevents.com. Secure your spot today.
Make this year your best year yet. Education is the key to success, and the University of the West Indies Global Campus Bahamas is your partner in success. Take a course that increases your value in a matter of weeks, or get that degree you've been dreaming of with convenient online learning. Visit us at global.uwi.edu/Bahamas, call 323-6593, or WhatsApp 456-6687 today.
Blessings gonna find me. At this juncture, we're hoping to bring a smile to your face in the newscast, and for that, we're relying heavily on Jimenita and Marcellus, who are joining us live to give us a sneak peek of Access Now. Guys?
Oh my gosh, the one local company is celebrating 5 decades in business.
Wow, that's longer.
That's quite a feat.
As long as I've been alive. I know, right?
Well, stay tuned, more in a moment.
Nassau, Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center is back with our annual 3 days of blackout. Mark your calendars for November 28th, 29th, and 30th. It's 3 days of unbelievable deals right here at home. We're bringing you thousands of items from Amazon, Home Depot, and Walmart. Everything at their online listed prices, freight and duty paid. Don't believe us? Bring your phone and Google it. Experience the U.S. prices right here in Nassau. Call us at 698-0123 or WhatsApp 557-2522. Meet us on Mackey Street. Don't miss out. See you there for 3 days of total blackout deals.
Have you been waiting for windows? Then wait no more. Cornets Bahamas have in stock now PVC sliding windows, casement windows, and impact sliding windows with mirror tinted glass, all in different sizes and styles. Call us at 352-1301 or visit any of our 4 locations in Freeport, Nassau, Abaco, and Eleuthera for the great products and great prices. Open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Cornets Bahamas, dream, design, deliver.
$10 deal available only at Marco Southwest, Prince Charles Village Road, and Robinson Road. Man, let me see what it's about. I'll take 20 of those, please. Wait. You good? Yeah, bro. Marcos, get this new deal. Get yourself a large one-topping pizza for only $10. $10? Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. Hey, I need 30 of them $10 carry-out pizza deal, please.
Well, today on this World Children's Day, and with the news of the discovery of what authorities believe is the body of a 12-year-old girl reported missing earlier today, we reiterated the advice of police officials, urging parents and guardians to become involved in the lives of their children. That does it for the National Report. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.